Yo, what's going on? It's Coach Curb. Happy holidays. It's the Week 17 rundown. We got Thursday night game, Seattle versus Chicago. Chicago looking to, in a 9-game losing streak. Seattle looking to compete and keep it having run in NFC. For this game, we got Seattle on the road, struggling no line, but Geno Smith, we got faith in Geno. Next game, we got San Diego versus Patriots. San Diego travels to New England, Foxborough, cold weather game, but San Diego looks to lean on the run game, Justin Herbert, quick passing game, and a smart coach play calling the Jim Harbaugh. I got San Diego winning the close game with Foxborough. Next game, we got Denver traveling to Cincinnati to play the high-power offense of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase, Triple Crown winner, Joe Burrow, high passer rating, but as you know, they have a struggling O-line, they have a suspect defense. Both Knicks, young offense quarterback, strong defense. They're looking to take advantage to have Denver continue to lead in the AFC. For next game, y'all, Arizona versus LA. Arizona, Kyler Murray, they're looking to lean on Kyler Murray to be a franchise quarterback. But this is the game that, adds testament to his character. Can he take Arizona on the road? Also, who's not too far out of the playoff race, but LA Rams are a definite foe to get anyway. Well, as you know, they both are in the same, NFC West. But Arizona, LA, two high-power offenses that could compete. But I like offense and the coaching of the LA Rams, led by Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay. Dallas versus Eagles. Philly fans, I know y'all are excited, but I know y'all heard Jalen Hurts has a concussion protocol. Kenny Pickett, he stepped in last week against, Washington suspect offense. But the defense of Dallas is way more experienced, a way more veteran take. But I think Philadelphia is going to lean on my say of MVP, Saquon Barkley, as they look to lean and push to hopefully get the number 1 seed in the NFC. I got Philadelphia winning a very competitive game in Philadelphia against the Dallas Cowboys. And for my next game, I got Carolina and Tampa Bay. Carolina led by Bryce Young, Chuba Hubbard, Adam Thielen if you want to say. But they are a very competitive team who, no matter who they play, will give you a run for your money. But Tampa Bay is took a very devastating loss to Dallas, looks to bounce back this week and make Carolina an example of the type of team that Tampa Bay could be. Led by Bucky Irvin, Rashad White, Mike Evans trying to get that 1,000 yards another season. But I think Baker Mayfield looks to, add the finishing touches on his season to, push them, get them ready for the playoffs in the NFC. Tampa Bay needs to win this game to keep their playoff hopes alive. So I like Tampa Bay at home against Carolina, but be on an upset because Carolina could give them a run for their money. Next game, thanks to our guy came in the back, man, for helping us keep everything tip-top shape. But next game, we got Jets and Buffalo. As you can see, Kansas City already got the number 1 seed headed into the AFC. So if I don't know if you guys are betting guys, I don't like to say it, but I think Buffalo will possibly rest their starters and such because Jets is a very hungry team that's playing for pride now. The Jets are a very interesting team right now. The team is filled with talent, but they did not fulfill their NFL postseason hopes. So Aaron Rodgers, Brees Hall, Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner. It's a lot of guys that's looking to, stamp the season out, play very competitively against the Buffalo Bills, and they're traveling to Buffalo. So I think you're going to get a very competitive team from New York Jets. So it's all up to Buffalo whether they want to rest their starters or not. But for the first number 1 seed is already locked up in Kansas City. So if you wanted to bet, if you want to go root for Buffalo, this might not be a game that Buffalo's putting the off in. So I take the Jets just to get by. But if Josh Allen and the team does play, I like Buffalo. Colts and Giants. Woo! Not much really for this game, ladies and gentlemen. Both teams are out of the playoff race, but very interesting storylines to talk about with both teams. The quarterback situations, whether for Anthony Richardson, is he the franchise quarterback for Indianapolis? Is he the guy that could be the future host for Indianapolis? They already have the run game. They have not number one receivers, but they have receivers. They have weapons, and they also have a defense that's very competitive. But Anthony Richardson, a guy that Indianapolis will want to look towards in the future. New York. The Shedeur Sanders sweepstakes, Cam Ward sweepstakes, whatever you want to call it. They fell out with the whole Daniel Jones situation, and they relied on Drew Lock to finish the season. They are currently playing for the spot of which spot they will be in the draft. Number 1, top 5, however you want to put it. But the New York Giants are looking for a quarterback in the future, so this game, not everybody will be looking forward to, but if you're a fan of football, it's another game for you to watch. I personally like the Colts just based off of pure talent, but Don't be surprised if Drew Lock does some Drew Lock things. I like Coach Jonathan Taylor 100 yards. Next game, we got the Raiders and the Saints. Raiders and the Saints, same situation with the Colts and Giants. Two teams, not in the playoff race, but still storylines to figure out. Quarterback situation, Derek Carr. Quarterback situation with the Raiders, Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew. Multiple players to look for. Your offensive rookie of the year, talking Brock Bowers. You also got a young style defense and a New Orleans Saints who looks to bounce back. So competitive game. I like the Saints. To win by 10. Alvin Kamara, if healthy, he could be a very powerful factor in this game. Titans and Jaguars. AFC South competition, AFC South battle. Trevor Lawrence, as you say, was hurt. The team's currently led by Mac Jones. But with offensive weapon and Brian Thomas and Tank Bigsby, I think the Jacksonville Jaguars can and will win this game. Close game, possibly 13-10, 6-9, however you want to call it. But I like Jackson to win this game at home. Here we go. Interesting game coming up. We got Dolphins and the Browns. The Dolphins, by miracle, slim chances, have a possibility of making the playoffs, even with the bounce back of Tua and the downplay of Tyreek Hill and the Dolphins. But the Dolphins, if they want to make the playoffs, they have to win this game. And then the Browns are upset alert. Very stout, very competitive team, led by a possible player of the year, defensive player of the year, Myles Garrett. The Cleveland Browns are a very formidable foe for this highly stout offensive forte. And they're playing in the dog pound. They are playing at Cleveland. So Miami will have to deal with the cold weather factor. I like Cleveland to win this game off of defense. But Tua needs to win this game. So if Miami has to win this game. I'm not saying they will. But off the history, Miami does not play well in cold weather games. I like Cleveland by 3. Green Bay, Minnesota. The NFC North. Here we come. Listen. Jordan Love, Sam Darnold, Justin Jefferson, Josh Jacobs, Xavier McKinney. The whole surprise at Minnesota Vikings defense. This is a very NFC playoffs preview, ladies and gentlemen, what we got today. And we're taking it up to Minnesota. So Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs looking to continue their miraculous season. Jordan Love off the bounce back injury from earlier this season. Sam Darnold, if not injury, I'm not saying comeback player of the year, but free agent signing of the year from unbeknownst third string backup quarterback to possibly one of the best surprises of the season in Minnesota. Green Bay and Minnesota look to have a fireworks type of show today. Superstars will be superstars today. And this game will be led down to turnovers. Whichever team forces and commits the most turnovers will win this game. And based off of my expectations, I think Green Bay will win this game. Traveling on the road, indoors, not affecting that type of game. I think Jordan Love will keep the offense in check with Josh Jacobs and be on the wear out. Sam Darnold, Xavier McKinney's in the backfield. He's leading the league in interceptions. Please do not throw him the ball. I like Green Bay to win this game by 2 touchdowns to upset the Minnesota Vikings, hopeful of the playoff race and possibly drop their ranking. Next game, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Falcons Sunday night game. We got the Falcons and we got the Commanders. Bo Penix versus Jaden Daniels. Oh, I'm sorry. Michael Penix versus Jaden Daniels. Two rookies leading their teams to the future. One team is out of the playoffs, and another team is pushing to the playoffs. Jaden Daniels, possibly offensive rookie of the year, possible Pro Bowl quarterback for the way that he's played this year for NFC. Just considerations. But Jaden Daniels has took the Washington Commanders to a whole different stratosphere that none of us was believing that would happen at the beginning of the season. And Michael Penix is inheriting an offense that Kirk Cousins once had from Kyle Pitts to Drake London, but John Robinson. How will this game show? I think this game will be a tell-in to the future of the NFL. I think this game will be a tell-in to the future of the franchises of two teams, the Falcons and the Commanders. However this game and the season goes out, I think will foretell the selections of these draft picks that they have, Jaden Daniels and Michael Penix. It's going to be a very exciting game. I like the Commanders to win, but be on the lookout out for that stout Falcons defense led by Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates, who respond to pick six, big plays and interceptions. So Jaden Daniels, you want to keep the playoff hopes alive, run the ball, win the game, stay healthy. I like Commanders by 13. Michael Penix, rough game, early game against a very, Respect the defense. Respect the defense and Commanders, who looks to bounce back after, high point scoring game against the Eagles. So I like the Commanders by 13 at home. And for the Monday night games, Detroit's going to San Fran. Detroit Lions led by Jared Goff and the Dan Campbell risky defense, risky offense, risky team, risky special teams. The whole team's crazy. They're going for it on fourth down with the kicker. So now San Francisco, the former monsters of the NFC, the former champions of the NFC, led by Brock Purdy, led by Christian McCaffrey, who's hurt, Debo Samuel, Fred Warner's. Now they are on the outside looking in, looking at the now prominent NFC team. Lions will make a statement game out of this. They are looking to clinch the number 1 seed in NFC, and this is the game to do it against the San Francisco 49ers on the road. I think Detroit will have to win this game to prove that they are the best team in the NFC. And I like Detroit to win this game by a double-digit point, at least 10 to 13, just to prove a statement. Because there's a lot of injuries to the San Francisco 49ers team, but once again, it's still George Kittle, it's still Brock Purdy. It's still, a very Kyle Shanahan offense, Kyle Shanahan team. So I like Detroit to win this game. If not by 13, I think San Fran will keep it close. But Detroit will win this game. That's the Week 17 rundown. Let me know you got in the comment section below. 1-1. We out.